You are watching the English news program on Dong Nai Provincial Essential Television channels. The Central Propaganda Department, in coordination with Central Economic Committee and the party delegations of Vietnam Chamber of Commerce and Industry, organized a conference to implement Resolution 41 of the Politburo dated October 10, 2023, on enhancing the role of Vietnamese entrepreneur in the new period. With specific objectives, by 2030, the Politburo emphasized the development of a Vietnamese entrepreneur workforce with the scale, capacity, and expertise to meet the goals of industrializations and modernizations of the country. Striving for an increasing number of enterprises to reach regional prominence, some to achieve global recognitions, and key large enterprises leading pivotal industries. Looking toward 2045, the resolutions outline the development of a Vietnamese entrepreneur workforce with the skills, capacity, and expertise to meet the national goals of high incomes development, regional and international prestige and credibility. A portion of enterprises will have global brands leading global supply chains and value chains. The resolutions also set forth 7 groups of solutions as the main task for implementations. In celebrations of Vesak 2024, in the Buddhist calendar 2568, the District Party Committee, People's Council, People's Committee, and the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Cam My District recently organized the delegations to visit and celebrate Buddhist establishments across the district. During their visit to Buddhist establishment, the district leaders extended warm wishes for a joyful and blissful Vesak, Buddhist calendar 2568, to the monks, nuns, and Buddhist followers throughout the district. They also acknowledged the positive contributions of the clergy and the Buddhist community in supporting the local implementations of social welfare policies and the movement for the constructions of new rural areas and exemplary residential areas in recent times. Furthermore, they expressed hope that the clergy would continue to guide Buddhist followers in upholding state laws and policies, fostering unity, exerting efforts in creative labor, and contributing to the ongoing development of Cam My District. In celebrations of Vesak in 2024, until May 17, Cam My District will organize delegations to visit and congratulate 1 religious organizations and 34 religious establishments across the district. Retail banking, also known as consumer banking, provides services to general public rather than to business and corporations or other banks. In the current difficult economic context, many banks are focusing on increasing credit growth from the retail sector. This bank expects to increase profits by 6 to 8% this year. With a shift towards retail, it currently serves 26.5 million customers and aims to reach 30 million. To boost retail banking, various methods are employed, such as online lending to individual customers. In response to the diverse needs of young people, the bank has recently upgraded its digital banking platform, allowing online loans starting from as low as 100,000 dong. With a population of over 100 million, an average age of 33, high smartphone and internet usage rate, and a rapidly growing affluent population, Vietnam is seen as a promising market for retail banking. Developing retail banking not only diversifies products and service offerings, but also ensures sustainable revenue sources, while dispersing risk, especially credit risk. Investing heavily in technology and focusing on customer experience are strategies that banks are using to capture retail market share. China has strongly opposed the inclusion of its entities in the U.S. export control list, criticizing Washington for abusing export control measures. On May 9, the U.S. Department of Commerce announced the additions of 37 Chinese entities to its blacklist, alleging China's involvement in military issues and Russia. In a statement of opposition, a spokesperson for the Chinese Ministry of Commerce stated that the U.S. has long expanded the concept of national security and abused export control measures to suppress and constrain companies from other countries. This has seriously harmed the legitimate rights and interests of companies, weakened the security and stability of global supply chains and industries, and hindered the recovery and development of global economy. At a regular press conference yesterday, Chinese Foreign Minister spokesperson Lam Kim also expressed oppositions, stating that the U.S. has not provided evidence when attempting to suppress Chinese companies under the guise of national security. Lam Kim also declared that China and Russia have the right to carry out normal economic and trade operations and should not be disrupted or obstructed. Custom authorities in Finland have reported that they, along with Latvia and other Baltic countries, have signed an agreement to enhance monitoring of the implementations of European Union sanctions against Russia. The document was signed in the Lithuanian capital Vilnius on May 9th. According to the agreement, the signatory countries will collectively strengthen control over the unified implementations of sanctions, exchange information, and coordinate measures to intervene when detecting patterns of sanction evasions. Additionally, the agreement includes provisions for joint monitoring actions regarding the obligations of manufacturers and exporters of goods, such as requiring additional documentations. Finnish custom emphasized the importance of close cooperation with EU border countries from the outset and stressed the necessity of controlling this at the EU level. The EU and other Western countries imposed sanctions against Russia following Moscow military campaigns in Ukraine, imposing restrictions on the import of various goods, including dual-use products. Trade between Russia and the EU by the end of 2023 had decreased by nearly 3 times compared to 2022, down from 88.9 billion euros. The Russian Foreign Ministry does not rule out the possibilities that by the end of 2024 it may decrease to 50 billion euros. That is all for today. Thank you for watching.